When it comes to preparedness, there's one area that most people overlook until it's too late, and that's prescription and emergency medications. A lot of people store food, water, fuel, but when supply chains break down or when the pharmacy closes, the ability to treat an infection or manage a chronic condition, it becomes a matter of survival. That's why there's a new approach to getting essential medications through the Jase Case. Such a powerful tool, and it's relatively a new format that puts you in control instead of relying solely on access to a doctor or pharmacy during an emergency. You can legally and safely obtain a set of prescription antibiotics and other critical medications ready to store at home. Think about how quickly systems fail. A storm takes out power for days, a grid shut down interrupts shipping, pharmacies run out of stock in a single day during emergencies, and that's not speculation, it's happened repeatedly across the country. Now, even without a full-scale crisis, simple disruptions can make medication unavailable when you need it most. This is why having an emergency supply of common prescription medications at home is not over preparation. It's smart risk management. The Jase Case bridges that gap. What is the Jase Case? The Jase Case is a physician-prescribed emergency antibiotic and medication kit. It's not a random collection. Each case is customized and includes the most commonly prescribed antibiotics designed to handle a wide range of bacterial infections, respiratory, urinary tract, skin, and gastrointestinal. It also now includes options for chronic medications and supplements depending on needs and medical consultation. This format makes it simple. You fill out an online health form, it's reviewed by a licensed medical provider, and the prescription medications are shipped directly to you from a certified pharmacy. There's no waiting rooms, no extra appointments, and the entire process is legitimate, secure, and compliant with medical regulations. In an emergency, hospitals could become overwhelmed or even inaccessible, pharmacies could be closed, or supply lines disrupted. Even a simple infection can escalate quickly without the proper treatment. So having these medications stored safely in your home allows you to act early, prevent complications, and bridge that gap until medical care becomes available. Now, this really isn't just for wilderness trips or off-grid living. It's for families, travelers, anyone who wants to be or that wants to avoid being caught off guard. The Jase Case gives you peace of mind that when something happens, you have options, and that's truly the foundation of actual, real preparedness. Included in every case are the med deck cards. They're not just labels. They're quick reference guides that outline exactly what each medication is for, how to take it, common dosages, potential side effects. During a stressful situation, that's going to be crucial. You don't want to have to search online, guess which antibiotic covers which type of infection. It's clear, easy to understand, and organized so your kids, anyone in your household, can find what they need and do it safely. Think of it as your field manual for medication use, the medications that you have, designed for clarity and confidence. All right. Each standard Jase case contains a selection of prescription antibiotics that can treat a majority of bacterial infections. Let's get into those. First up, amoxicillin. It's effective against sinus, ear, and respiratory infections, as well as some skin and urinary tract infections. Then we have the Z-Pak, azithromycin, which covers respiratory infections, strep throat, and certain sexually transmitted infections. Then we have Cipro or ciprofloxacin. It's broad coverage for urinary tract infections, gastrointestinal infections, some skin infections. Then we, of course, have doxycycline, useful for tick-borne illnesses, respiratory infections, skin infections. Then metronidazole, I always stumble on that one. Metronidazole, I think, I'm pretty confident, targets anaerobic bacteria and parasites often used for intestinal and gynecological infections. So together, all of those, they provide an incredibly versatile emergency toolkit. You're not necessarily replacing the doctor, but you're ensuring that you have the tools when the time or access becomes an issue for you. So depending on your personal needs and consultation, you can also include medications for chronic conditions or emergency treatments like epinephrine or ivermectin when they're medically appropriate. Now, one of the most common questions is, how long do these medications actually last? The short answer is much, much longer than you think. So, according to the data and studies on the screen here, most non-water-based medications maintain full potency for years beyond their printed expiration date when you store them properly. The Shelf Life Extension Program, SLEP, by the FDA and Department of Defense tested hundreds of drugs. Many remained effective for 5, 10, even 15 years after expiration when kept sealed and cool. Here's a look at how I store a lot of my prescription medication. So here's what to look for. Non-water-based medications like tablets and capsules, they tend to have the longest shelf life. Keep them dry and away from sunlight and just direct light in general. Water-based medications like liquid antibiotics or eye drops, they degrade faster. These should generally be used within their expiration period, or you just need to replace them regularly. So, store all medications in a cool, dark, and stable environment, which means you need to avoid bathrooms with humidity and moisture, garages where the temperature and humidity fluctuate. You need to keep everything sealed in its original packaging until you need it. And again, as you can see here, I go in and I vacuum seal all of the medication packs. It kind of squishes them, but that's okay. I can still see in, and they're completely airtight. And the Jase Case is to basically keep longevity. Combined with smart storage, it can easily serve as a reliable, long-term emergency medical kit. It should be obvious, but why this fits into preparedness. Preparedness isn't just about gadgets, it's about reducing dependency on fragile systems. And the Jase Case is part of the same principle, the same mindset behind storing food, water, fuel. A supply of essential medications ensures that you're not at the mercy of circumstance, whether you're dealing with a natural disaster, a pandemic, travel interruptions, or just an unforeseen medical issue when the clinic is closed. You have what you need. Pairing your Jase Case with other medical supplies, like what you see right here, this first aid kit's amazing. Also, antiseptics, electrolyte powders, wound dressing, over-the-counter pain relievers. You're creating a complete system for emergency healthcare at home, which gives you a really, really good peace of mind. All right, finishing all this up. The Jase Case isn't about fear. You know that. It's about responsibility. It empowers you to protect yourself and your family in a world that's increasingly unpredictable. I know you feel it. Having this on hand means you've thought ahead, prepared wisely, and added one more layer to your self-managed insurance plan. You're never going to regret being ready, but you might regret being dependent when the system fails.